Greetings, I'm Mark Evanier. That's probably Sergio Aragones over there with the mustache. And it's funny, as we're doing these, I can see myself in your glasses because you're looking at the reflection of your computer screen.
That's correct.
So
And the reason that these glasses don't get is because they are convex. That's so the light reflects on them. But if I put normal glasses, which I don't have, but I wouldn't be able to see anything. So they wear these ones.
we are talking about Gods Against Groo, the new mini series from Dark Horse Comics, which you and I seem to have had something to do with. What is it? One of the things that's interesting about this mini series is it is the debut of a new Groo associate, a new member of the Groo crew. We have a new colorist. Tell us about this colorist.
Well, her name is Carrie, and she was my colorist in Mad. She did all my pages in Mad, and she was terrific. I mean,
She didn't do all your pages in Mad. Tom Luth did a lot of
no.
your pages in Mad, but Carrie did the ones Tom didn't do.
Oh,
And yes, Tom did the coloring on a lot of your Mad pages.
well, at my age, I keep forgetting a lot of things. So remind me a lot of things. But no, she's
and you haven't paid me, and I have to remind you haven't paid me lately.
Well, I'll ask my associate here. Excuse me, when I'm going to pay?
That's right. That's why I'm not getting paid, because the accountant is a duck. Thank you. He's a rubber duck. So Tom has retired from coloring comics, although every so often I think we'll lure him back to some project. And we brought Carrie in. How are you happy with the coloring?
Oh, she's amazing. She's following the path of the established tenure that that Tom has made, you know. But she has probably more modern techniques. The computers have changed a lot also. The process have changed. So she has done is different. I won't say it's better because both are like fantastic doing their jobs, but she has given her touch, which is very personal, and you can see it. You know, it's a great addition.
I think
yes,
she's a great find.
yes.
I feel sorry for her having to color all these people, but I colored a few pages of a Groo once, and that's just back when we didn't use computers. We were using paints, and you would dip your brush in the flesh color, and then you'd color everything flesh on a page. And then you'd wash out the brush. And as soon as you washed out the brush, you'd find 5 more people you missed coloring. And you have to dip the brush again. And went on and on like that. It was a very long process. So
that more complex. That page was not published. That page went to a group of ladies who did the color separations. And there were files and files of women doing these gigantic acetates that they added blacks. They weren't putting color. There was a lady who did the basic colors. All of them did. One did green, one did yellow, one did red. And whatever was marked there red, they will blacken it. And then pass it to the other people. So they will get a page sometimes from Groo, sometimes for Spider-Man, and she did only reds. And
they had to make a red plate and a blue plate and so on, and the black plate they didn't have to make, but
with their percentages.
Yeah. So very, very complicated process, and it's now done with computers, and that's why we have so many more colors available to us, and it's fun. Anyway, what else? What else should people know about the Groo Gods Against Groo? So there's going to be a trade paperback later on this year about it.
What happened is that I wish it was like a book to start with. It will be a book. It will collect 4, 4, and 4 comics, 12 comics, like the one we did with Group Friends and Foes. So certain things in this series are connected to the previous work, who were the Play of the Gods and the Fry of the Gods. 4 issues, and each one dealing with a complete thing that didn't really have to do with the other ones, but use the same people and the same references. So maybe in these 4 issues, they will be why they are in the ocean, because the ship sank in the Fry of the Gods before, the series before. But it doesn't distort or work against the story. The story will function normally as is. They are in a place where there's a lot of gold, you know. So I think they will enjoy it a lot, because there's a lot of different readers that we have, and that's very good. Some people look at the drawing and they don't pay that much related story, and other people love the story without looking at the drawings, because they read it and they pass the page. They don't spend the time that many other readers or lookers or fans or people who love our work do. Many people go back and start looking at the details, because when I'm drawing, I am there. If I'm drawing a store that sells things, I put the things that they're selling, because in the period, they could be modern things. So I do a lot of research. In this issue, they will find that they go in a place where they are doing ivory things. I think that's in issue number 2 of the continuation of the comic that they have now, which have nothing to do with the gods. It's going to call Groo in the Wild.
That's the next miniseries.
That's the next miniseries.
That's right.
We already, there won't be delays. We are working with now, the page that you see now will be published very soon at San Diego Con.
Yes.
The issue number 1.
Right.
That we're working now is called Groo in the Wild. And a graphic novel, which is called a trade paperback, will also be published around the time that the Comic Con is on, about how is this last series called? The Groo Gods? Gods Against Groo. And I was pointing at Mark, if he looked at the date of the issue was drawn in 2020. That's a long time ago.
Which coincidentally is what my vision was like at the time we were doing this.
But
well,
now,
anyway,
okay. We're working a lot.
Good. And let's draw this to a close and thank everybody for tuning in, and they'll catch us in our next video. Goodbye, everybody.
And don't forget to ask questions.
Yes, send questions into groo.com. Thanks.
Bye, guys.